Are we going to do an intro?
Sure. What do you want to do? This is how we figure everything out. Welcome.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you doing it?
All right, whatever.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah. Ready?
Ready? Come on! Ah, all right. All right, welcome. Wait, does that mean
You know what? Just do it. You want to do it?
No, that's all
Send
right.
it. Send it.
Let's try it together.
Welcome
to the Peak Performance.
Nah, dude. No, we're just gonna...
All right. That's all you.
We
Go ahead.
both suck. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Peak Performance Podcast.
Where we talk about everything, not really just fitness and nutrition, but we talk about everything in life, right? So today we are talking about one of the biggest topics.
I was gonna let it slide.
All right. Well, no judgment.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest topics that I feel like people struggle with. Cardio. Boring. Did I say boring?
Hard.
Yeah.
Boring, hard.
Long, hard, boring cardio.
Yep.
Okay. We all don't like to do it. Actually, I don't mind it. Most days I don't mind it. But we're going to be talking about what is proper cardio. This is going to bug me all podcast. Ugh.
Please keep that in. Please.
My hat just keeps rubbing against this thing, man.
Well, that's what you get for wearing it backwards, dude.
Oh, but then if I put it in the front, it makes everything. Thank you.
Lean
Thank you.
forward.
This is what I pay you for.
Lean forward.
Thank you.
Paid intern is
That's my sister.
Still a paid intern.
Yeah.
Is currently fixing the set for the.
Thank you. You can take your lunch break.
Nope. No. No, she can't. She literally can't.
I know. So we're talking about cardio. What is the proper form of cardio? I get this question a lot. I see a lot of people that just like to run because they think running is going to burn a lot of fat. We're allergic to running here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not a big running guy.
No. I mean, my knees aren't either. My knees are not built for running.
No.
Neither am I.
No. No. I used to be built for running, but then like 100 pounds of body mass added to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No more running.
No,
for me.
your knees would hate you.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, they did for a
Yeah.
while. Remember, I was doing that little thing I was trying to run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you were doing pretty good though.
I was. I mean, I was fine. I'm still fast. It's just.
Yeah.
It's not like I can't do it. I have the cardiovascular capacity to do it.
Yep.
It's just the repetitive stress of actually running.
And that high impact on your knees.
Yeah, dude,
It's just intense.
it's not good.
Yeah.
And I already have 2 blown apart knees anyway, so it's
Yep.
Yeah.
You see a lot of runners. They look like they're in good shape, right? And don't get me wrong, runners are in good shape, cardio wise, right? But they all have bad knees, bad ankles. A lot of them have plantar fasciitis. But what is the proper form of cardio to maximize fat loss? Here's the question, or here's the answer.
Oh.
Drum roll. I'll throw it in there.
Oh god, okay.
Walking or rucking, whichever one you choose. What's the difference between walking and rucking? Walking, you can either walk on a flat ground for long periods of time, right? You could walk outside, get you some hills, or my preferred form of walking is on an incline treadmill, anywhere between a level 8 to 12, with a speed of 2.8 to 3.2.
Oh, really? You're going that slow? Okay.
Yeah. But I go for half hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's my preferred. I think there's a Japanese method. Yeah, I know.
I'm not
There's
gonna say what I was just thinking.
there's a Japanese method that they have found does work just as good. I think you only got to do it for like 20 minutes. I'll have to look it up. I know, probably should have prepared before the podcast, but that just means we do another podcast about it. So it's like a Japanese method.
We'll do a Japanese podcast.
Yeah, Japanese.
In Japanese.
I'm just making
Was
it up.
that actually? Okay.
No, I don't know. It sounded legit though, didn't it?
I was like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
Konnichiwa, homie.
yeah. So there's a Japanese method where it's like you walk very fast at X miles per hour for 5 minutes, and then you go down. It's like an interval, right? And you do it on a flat no incline. And you do it for like 20, 25 minutes, and it's supposed to maximize your cardiovascular efforts while also weight loss too, or fat loss, I should say. I might end up slipping saying weight loss and fat loss. They're not the same. Weight loss and fat loss are not the same. Your weight could go down, but it does not mean that you're losing fat. Let's straighten that up, right? Yep. If you're losing weight and you're solely focused on the scale, you could be dropping muscle, you could be dropping water. But what we're talking about is what is the proper cardio for fat loss, right? And it's rucking and incline walking.
Yep.
So I know you were a big fan of rucking for a long time. I like rucking too. I've rucked before. I do like the aspect of just having the extra weight and the faster pace walk, you know?
Yeah. So how I see it, right, is like if you're rucking, let's say you throw like 50 pounds on your back, right? You are now essentially burning the calories of let's say you're 200 pounds, you have a 50-pound ruck. You're burning the amount of calories of a 250-pound person.
Right.
So
just walking.
Yeah. And that just throws your daily, what's the word I'm looking for? Total daily expenditure.
Yeah.
Right. That throws it right up to where a 250-pound person would be for that period of time.
Right. For that little sweet spot, that little burst. I mean, I just blanked. There was something I was gonna say. And I've been eating carbs too. A lot of carbs. But you know what? Today was a crazy busy day, so my mind has been all over the place. So yeah, bear with me. I got that dad brain on deck. So all the other dads out there, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So cardio is actually good for mental clarity too. I use it to get on there, clear my head, but I'll go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's good time for, if you're into prayer and stuff like that for our Christian viewers and whatnot. It's a great time to go out and just kind of. For me, I like doing everything outside. I can't do treadmills. Yeah, treadmills for me, I just boring. I hate them. Yeah. I hate them with a passion. They're inside. You're staring at a screen or something, and it's no good. Yeah. So I go outside for everything. I'll go outside in the winter and rock. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Is there a certain, so when you get up and do it in the morning in the wintertime, is it dark out? Yeah. Depends on how early, because I'll usually, when I was doing it in the winter, like last winter, I was getting up at like 4:30 to go do that, and yeah, it's dark. It's a little dark. Yeah. A little sketchy. Yeah, you just deal with it. Yeah. Yeah. So you get to watch the sun come up. It's actually kind of cool. Yeah. See, beautiful. I've been there. I do like doing walks in the morning. The only time I don't do it outside, I guess the only reason I don't do it outside as often as I do it on the treadmill is so I get up at 4:30 also, and I spend my time with God. And then I'll go to the gym, and it's just kind of a part of my routine. I'll get my half-hour incline walk in, and then I'll lift. On the days off, if I get up, sometimes I'll say, okay, I'll get my walk in quick, and then I'll start doing some work that I need to get done. But preferably, I would also like to do it all outside, because like you said, there's nothing like being out on a morning walk and then get to see the sun come up and getting like that vitamin D, that blast first thing in the morning. And a lot of people say, oh, you're crazy for walking in the wintertime.
It feels amazing. Like, yes, as soon as you get outside, you're like,
The
cold.
first like 400 meters suck.
Yeah.
And then once you get past that, you got. I mean, I was wearing gloves and
Yep.
stuff, so I have gloves on, whatever. Just hold on to the straps and off we go.
Yeah. So in the wintertime, when I'm out, like you said, the first 400 meters suck. But as I'm going, like I start to warm up, and like all the blood just starts to rush to, your internal organs, and like your limbs start to go a little. I'll go like this, so I'm like, oh, all right, and I know like when my body's really feeling it is because like I'll try to do this with my hands, but they'll only be like this. You know what I mean? So, but by the time I get back, I feel like my body has just taken that cold blast, and I feel just like alive and alert. You know what I mean? Way more than I would if I would have done that in the summertime. You know? So
I'm not a huge. So this is also. I'm not a huge fan of doing it in the summertime strictly for that reason, because it gets, especially where we are, like super hot, super muggy and gross,
fast.
So it's just it. Ugh,
Yeah,
I'm good. I'll just stay inside and get the extra hour sleep or whatever.
Skip the cardio.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was rucking like all the time religiously, it was rucking in the morning, work, and then after work. Then I would do the gym session, and that was 5 days a week. So 5 days a week, double sessions.
Yeah.
Working a full-time job, that's relatively laborious, relatively. So, ladies and gentlemen that say you can't have, or you don't have time.
Yeah, you just make it.
You do.
Yeah.
You really do. You just gotta have some discipline, get up early, go to bed early, make some sacrifices.
Yep. Yeah, and you just make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get up at 4:30 and I get it. That's the only time I can get it in. Other than that, like I feel like every hour of my day is just filled. It's just filled. It's always filled. So when people are like, oh, I didn't have time to do this or do that, it's like you really just make the time, so I like planning things, right? So this also goes along with cardio. Like if you're planning your cardio, plan it and stick to it, right? In my schedule, when I create my schedule inside an Excel sheet, I have everything in red that are my non-negotiables.
Yep.
My non-negotiables. So golden nugget number 1, when you are planning your workouts and your schedules, make it a non-negotiable, that it's an appointment with yourself that you cannot skip. That's huge when it comes to, success in your fitness journey. So when I wake up in the morning, that's my meeting for myself. I got to show up for myself,
Yep. I'll tell you what, when I was doing the 5x5 stuff, I used to have an Excel spreadsheet with it. And every time, so I had all my goals lined out, so all the weights that I would do for 5x5s lined out. And every time I would wake up in the morning, I would look at the spreadsheet and say, okay, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to do this today. There's my number. I know that number. I'm not going to forget it on the way to the gym. So I would have that number in my head, put that on. When I got home that night, if I hit it, boom, it would be green. I can only do the next one.
Yeah.
And I can look at that. I'll be like, I did that. I know I did it. So,
yeah.
And then the next one, if I failed, I would just put it in yellow. Not quite yet.
Oh,
there would never be any for me on my Excel spreadsheets. There's no red failure, because I associate red failure, stop, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
No red on that Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
Green or yellow. Green, green, you got it.
Yep.
Yellow, you're almost there.
Yeah. So you're an Excel freak too.
No, not really.
No?
No,
I love
just for that.
Yeah.
Like, just for that one purpose.
No, I love using Excel. I don't know. It takes it all out of here and just puts it on paper somehow so that I can see it, because I feel like for me, in order to achieve it, like you have to see it somehow and you have to see it daily, so with me, when I go to the gym, I crack open my phone and I have the Google Sheets on my phone. So I just open up the Excel spreadsheet and I just track it in there. And then, my next week, I literally just duplicate the workouts, you know what I mean? Or if I have something else that I want to do, I just duplicate it. And then I should do that though. I like that. Like green, I hit what I wanted to hit, or like yellow. I like that. I might steal that. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty sweet. I never thought about that, but when it comes to, doing your cardio, all cardio works The only time it doesn't work is when you don't work, is when you're not doing it. So
Right. As with almost everything.
everything, you know. So, and I don't mean like we've talked about this before. Oh, I did that for 2 weeks and it didn't work.
What was that last week we talked about?
Yeah. Don't come at me with that. You know, 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even after a month and a half, you can start to see something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people don't.
12 weeks is like that magic number. That's three months basically.
Yeah. You know, but like half of that, you should start to see something.
Yeah.
You know, something should work there. And if it's not, then you say, let me tweak a little something. You know what I mean? It may not need a full change, you know, but the point is be consistent, show up for yourselves, keep your promises that you make to yourselves, and have non-negotiables. You know, like I know you for sure when you train. Like even when we have family get-togethers, Justin's at the gym. He'll be here after, and everybody knows that. Justin will be here when he's done with the gym.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the way people gotta be. You know what I mean? Monica knows, like the kids know, when they get up at 7. Well, Monday and Tuesday, I'm not. So Monica has Monday, Tuesday off, so she takes care of like the breakfast and everything. At 7 when they get up, they know I'm not here. You know what I mean? They know that I'll be home. You know what I mean? When I'm done with the gym.
Yep.
You know? So it's like, yes, it does cut into certain family time, but not that much. People think that, oh, the gym just cuts into my family time so much. It's like, not really if you plan it right.
Yeah.
You know?
It all comes down to discipline and planning.
Yeah, that's it. You know? And honestly, it's for a short period of time. When you're going for a goal, right? Whether you're bulking or you're cutting, it's 3, 4, depending on how much, right? Like normally when you go for a hard push, it's like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Right?
3 months.
Right.
For me.
Right.
I'll do like 12-week cycles of, training cycles.
But that's the thing, cycles, right? Yeah. So it's 3 months, all right? And then maybe give your body a little bit of a rest, you know? Enjoy family stuff and then go back into it. You know, let your body reset.
For like 8 hours. You get 3 months and then you get 8 hours of enjoyment.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So, but that's it. It just comes down to planning. A lot of people, they just don't plan.
Yep.
You know, that's a big deal, you know? So, you know, one thing I know that you said you wanted to talk about is, you know, walking and rucking increases your work capacity to be able to build more strength.
Yep, absolutely. When your cardiovascular system is like on point, you are able to recover faster in between sets.
Yeah.
So that means you can essentially do more work in a shorter period of time, which then also leads to, hypertrophy stuff. You can start growing. You can work more and rest less.
Yeah.
It just increases everything that you can do. Your muscle gain will increase. Everybody thinks cardio is like a weight loss or fat loss thing. It is, but it also does that. Yeah. It as far as strength goes, the more efficient you are, the more efficient your heart is, the better it regulates those spikes in blood pressure that you need for like max effort lifts. So it just helps with everything. Yeah. And it's such a stupid thing because everybody, I mean, even now, like now I'm currently not doing it.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is too, cardio, it doesn't fatigue your nervous system like crazy. No, I think that's one of the big things, especially when you're going for strength. Yeah. You can optimize, so.
Running can, dude.
What's that?
Running can fatigue your nervous system.
Yes, big time.
Yeah, rucking can too. I think walking would be a less nervous system fatiguing activity. Rucking can, depending on how much weight you're throwing on your back. Like there are times I've gone out with like 100 pounds on my back and just sent it. Yeah, that'll fatigue. You're not going into the gym later that day and squatting, 500 pounds.
You're napping and you're eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's like one thing. That's one thing with cardio, right? If you do very high intensity cardio, it drains your system, right? Your nervous system, and afterwards your hunger goes up, right? A lot of times you're just so tired you want to nap. I know for a lot of people too, if your heart is pumping efficiently, there's times where people will, they'll get like lightheaded when they stand up. You know what I mean? So like it just drops their resting heart rate pretty far. You know, I know runners have very low resting heart rates. You know, but
yeah, mine was down in the. Well, this is only with rucking. Mine was down in the 50s.
Mine's. I do a lot of walking, a lot of incline walking, and mine definitely chills in the 50s. You know, but I feel like it's been like that for a while. I didn't start getting like that till I started doing like a lot of CrossFit back in the day. So I noticed that too.
Yeah, anytime you start doing.
Yeah, which is, it's not a bad thing.
No,
it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not at all.
You know, your heartbeat is pumping efficiently. You know, but with this type of cardio, you can just you can recover faster. You know, and you can hit your max lifts while managing your fat cells. You know, your fat storage, I should say. You know, so. Especially with it being low impact, it's amazing for your joints. Yeah. You know,
the other aspect too that I love about it is like that whole fact of it's naturally like a thing that we were meant to do. We were never.
Yeah.
So human beings in general were never meant to be like long distance running creatures.
Right.
We're bipedal, which means we can walk for a very long way.
Yes.
We can outwalk wolves. Right. Like we can kill horses and like other things that are running by just walking behind them.
Yeah.
Like that's how impressive the human body actually is. Cows, you can kill cows. A buddy of mine actually killed the cow from running behind it and like hitting it with a stick.
Really?
Yeah. He's a psycho.
I think
love
you
that
told
guy.
me that story.
Yeah, dude, he's a
Yeah,
savage.
you definitely told me that story.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway. But that's what we were meant to do. We were meant to be able to walk long distances.
Yeah.
You know, and we're essentially kind of a mildly nomadic species. So throw all your belongings on your back, you can go.
Yeah.
Also, you know, for all of y'all preppers out there, you know, preparing for, you know, World War VII.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You're never going to be sitting in one spot and just, you know, meal team sixing it up. You're going to be walking forever with weight on your back.
Yep.
And that's just how you're going to have to live in that crazy end of the world situation.
Yeah. Well, you even think back to the ancient days, you know, people traveled, like the Indians traveled, like before they had horses and stuff, right? But they walked. Yep. They walked and walked and walked and walked and walked. We were only meant to run in short bursts.
Very short, yeah.
You know, if we're running from something, you know what I mean? But it wasn't, let me run 5 miles 3 times a week.
Yeah,
No. That's actually, there's been a lot of studies that show that it's actually bad for you.
Yeah.
It does more harm than good. You know, so I encourage people to walk a lot and a couple sprints every week.
I would say like if you absolutely need to run, like the most distance that I would say would be ideal or optimal would be like a mile.
Yeah.
The most.
Right.
Well,
I agree.
The high end of normal would be a mile.
Yeah.
Like if you can do an 800-meter sprint in like less than 3 minutes.
Right.
You're cooking, dude.
Right.
You're pretty good.
Right. Well, you're just thinking it's that situation, that scenario where it's like I have to get away from something, you know, and you're running to find a place to hide, or running for cover, or running after something, or running after somebody. Right. It's never like, oh, well, they ran 3 miles down the road. Let me do this quick jog real quick. You know what I mean? It's never that. No. You know, it's I'm running for my life, and then you stop.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I agree. I don't think you should run more than a mile. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that can be done in less than 10 minutes, or should be able to do less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? So, and you know, one thing I wanted to say about walking is, you know, it's amazing for your joints. You know, one reason why people have so many joint issues is because they're not walking. We've created an environment where we're literally sitting. Most people are sitting all the time. They're sitting at work. They're sitting in their cars. They're sitting at home in front of the TV. You know, nobody's walking. We were created to walk.
Yeah.
You know, your body, your knees want you to walk and push that blood flow to all those joints.
Mine don't.
No.
My knees don't want me to walk. No, they don't like me right now. We're having a bit of a disagreement.
Well, because you're bulking right now.
Well, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
They're we're disagreeing with each other, ladies and gentlemen. My knees and I. It's a bit of a domestic dispute. Yeah. Okay. It's good for your knees, though.
It is good. It's good. It's good for your joints. Good for your heart. Good for blood pressure. Right. Mm-hmm. All very, very, very good for mood. Very good for mood.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes in, your serotonin starts to spike. So, walking can do wonders for your mood. Yeah. What's that saying that Tony Robbins used to say? Motion is emotion.
Is it? Okay.
Motion is emotion. So when you feel fight or flight, it comes from a center in your brain, right? That same part of your brain is the one that we use to walk or run, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So thought that was pretty cool. So when we walk, we're actually engaging with that part of our brain, and it starts to wash out cortisol out of your system.
Okay.
Yeah. So motion. So that's why people are like, when people get mad, they're like, "Why don't you go for a walk?" Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So next time you guys get angry, just go for a walk.
You know what? Yeah, that is like factually correct. Because when I get like irritated or whatever, I'll just start pacing.
Right. You're just walking. Yeah.
Just walking.
You know, and that's your body working through that cortisol. You know, so when you do it early in the morning, have you ever noticed, like, when you were rucking, did you feel like your mood was better throughout the rest of the day? Like you felt more clear-headed?
I don't know. Did I? All right, then. I guess I did feel better throughout the day.
Yeah, I know when I don't, I'm definitely grumpy. If I don't get my walk in, dude, ruins my day.
Okay.
Because of the factors we talked about in the beginning. You know, you're getting the sunlight. The biggest one is my prayer time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably that little mental reset where you can go and check in with God and do all that. That's a big thing for mentality.
Yeah,
and like setting yourself up properly for the rest of the day.
Yep.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, and like, not to get all yoga-ish, because yoga is actually demonic. Y'all don't do it. We can get into that later. But to center yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, you know, I like to, oh man, my eye. Sorry, something flew into my eye real quick.
I thought you were just winking at me because you liked me.
No, I mean, that's partially true. But yeah, you know, just getting that vitamin D in the morning, and, you know, the prayer time, and being present. You know, throughout the day, we have a habit of like reacting, and just thinking about a million things. But if I go for a walk outside, dude, just connecting with nature, you know, is just huge.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, what was that thing that I said last week about reacting? At the group.
At Life Group. Oh, I wasn't at Life Group this past week.
Sorry, it wasn't last week. It was the one before that when I like had my long monologue thing. I can't read it because my phone is the camera.
Yeah. It was about reacting, just not being reactive or responding.
No, it was whatever. I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll screenshot it and throw it up on the screen, something like that.
Yeah,
I wrote it down. It's written, so.
Or we can share it next week.
Yeah, or that
on the podcast.
Yeah,
you know, because it'd be something good to get into.
Yeah,
you know, so
you'll see. If you see it up on screen, then we decided that we're going to share it now. If you don't see it up on screen, we'll figure it out next week.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just good to, you know, get yourself in a place where you're not going to react all day.
Yeah,
you know, and that also helps wash out cortisol, and, you know, cortisol is a big thing, y'all. If y'all don't know, lower your cortisol and you'll start to lose fat. You know, alone, you know, high cortisol definitely throws all your hormones off, you know, and lowers your blood pressure. So, one thing I also wanted to say with cardio, the reason why walking is the king for fat loss is because when you run, people say, "Oh, I'm burning so many calories and I'm losing fat." You're actually not even touching your fat cells when you're running.
Anything explosive is you're always dipping into your glycogen stores.
Yes. Always. So your body will push into a threshold to where, so there's aerobic and then there's anaerobic. When you're in an aerobic state, is when you're actually using fat cells, right? So generally between 135 beats per minute to 145-ish, maybe 150, depending on age. Good. That's a good point. Is when you're actually using fat cells for energy. Anything higher than that, it's glycogen. Yeah. You're just burning calories.
Have you ever hit a glycogen wall before?
And educate me.
Okay, so I used
to
just
depleted.
So no, it's a thing. So if you're riding a, like, let's say bicycle, right? You'll be pedaling along. You'll start to get a little fatigued or whatever, but there will come a point when you hit a glycogen wall, meaning your body is completely fresh out of glycogen. Like, you go to the store, nope, guys, sorry, no soup for you.
We just drop.
We're out. Essentially, your muscles just can't take it anymore. So you have to, like, right then and there, get some sugar into you right now.
Or because like you pass out.
No, you won't pass out. Your muscles stop working.
Do you cramp?
No, you don't cramp. It's just they're just done. You just, no matter how hard you say, I am going to push this pedal.
Oh,
it's just nope,
I feel like
nope.
So like pass failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a failure thing, right? Because it's not muscular failure. It's energy failure.
Yeah.
You don't have any more energy left.
Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever hit that.
Dude, it's a vibe.
But like, is that something that you've experienced just from cardio?
So when I was doing the lots of running, lots of cycling, lots of running, cycling, swimming.
Yeah.
So triathlon stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah.
That ain't for me.
I used to go on really long bike rides, and if you're pushing hard on a bike ride and you eventually find a point where your muscles just say, if you go long enough, you'll reach a point and you just can't go anymore, and you have to eat something right then just to get home.
Nope. No, I've gotten to the point where,
if you ever wear those like cycling shirts,
yeah,
there's like a pocket in the back where you can stick, like,
keep those little energy block, like, things,
either energy chews or like a granola bar or something. You can stick it right in that little back pocket. As soon as you start getting jacked up, you just pull over, whip that thing out.
See, I've never been an endurance athlete.
Yeah.
Ever. I've always done, let me push as hard as I can for 5 minutes max. You know what I mean? I think that's been my extreme.
Yeah.
I've never been, let me go on, like, the most endurance, the most thing that I've done, like, endurance wise, is I've gone on extremely long hikes. And I guess I might have felt it on those, climbing like the more steeper mountains.
You would know. It's not like a mistakable thing.
Right.
You would absolutely know, because you literally can't take another step.
Yeah. Nope. I haven't. But I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? I should probably eat something. I'm getting a little tired, and I'd throw like one of them little energy chews in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But no, I've never gotten to the point where I've done an endurance sport and have failed out like that.
Yeah.
Doing strength training, absolutely. Sometimes I feel like I sometimes push past that failure kind of too much. You know what I mean?
Start doing negatives.
What's that?
Start doing negatives.
I was doing negatives for a long time. Yeah. But mainly when I was doing like CrossFit stuff, obviously, like, that's that whole sport. Like, you're racing the time. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only time I've ever felt something like that, but never to the point where I've been like completely depleted and I have to eat something right away.
Yeah.
There's been time I've gotten shaky, but I don't think I've ever been like, I'm dead. Done.
It's an unmistakable feeling.
Yeah. Nope. I can't say I even want to feel it.
No, you don't. It's not pleasant. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
If you really like step back and look at it.
Yeah.
But it sucks.
When I worked for I guess I can't even say the company on podcast, because I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to. I worked for the grid, for the power grid.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guys that used to own that, they were avid runners. They actually did the Ironman. They trained for the Ironman every year, and they would
That's
run.
a brutal race, by the way.
So one of the head owners, he would come in. Now he's like, so he's got to be almost 60 now. When I was working there, he was like 54, 55.
Yep.
And he'd come in second and third almost all the time. There was actually one year where he won it.
Like the actual Ironman in Hawaii?
No. The one in Lake George.
Oh, okay.
Or Placid, wherever they have.
All right.
I think it's Lake
yeah,
Placid.
So that's just a triathlon. So
Yes,
the
yes,
Ironman is an actual the Ironman like race that everybody says, "Oh, I'm training for the Ironman." That is a race that is held, I think it's once a year, and that is in Hawaii, and that is the hardest rate. Like professional endurance athletes don't
hardly
will not hardly finish it, but they take forever to finish it.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's like is it a couple days long? Because this one,
nope, one day.
This one,
Hopefully
it's like
one day.
it's like I know it's like, I think it's a full day. I forget how much they do up here. We'd have to double check.
It's a full marathon.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the Hawaii one?
A full Ironman.
Yeah.
Or a full, I think it's Ironman triathlon, whatever.
Yep.
It's a full marathon.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's like 100-mile bike.
Oh, jeez.
And then
Lost me.
something like that.
Nope, lost me.
And then maybe like a 2 or 3 mile swim.
Wow.
Not in that order. I think the swim first, then bike, then run.
Wow.
But it is brutal.
What's the furthest you ever swam? You don't ever done a couple miles swimming?
No.
Nope, me neither.
No,
So I remember
maybe like a quarter mile.
Dude, I don't even know how long I swam. So there was one year during football where the coach was like, we got a new coach. And he used to be the strength and conditioning coach for, I think, the Atlanta Falcons, something like that. And he came in and he was like, we're going to do swimming, part of our triple sessions. The whole first week was triple sessions. Cool. And he said the last part of the conditioning was we were going to do laps in the pool. First time ever doing laps, bro. I went down, back, and I was done.
300 meters.
Yeah. And after the first one, bro, I was smoked.
Yeah.
I was like,
if you don't know how to swim properly,
nope, I didn't
going to struggle.
Bro, I knew how to swim in the public pool.
Yeah.
I didn't swim as in like we're doing laps.
It's a whole thing, dude.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
You know, and no wonder why, you know, the swim team is in such good shape. I mean, you know, the swim team reminds me of runners, right? They're just long and lean, right? Some do train outside of the gym and, you know, or outside of the pool, but most swimmers that are just swimmers, they're just like runners. They're long and they're lean, you know?
Big old feet, big old hands.
Yeah, right? They all got a duck bill. Webbed feet. No, but seriously, because that's an endurance sport that dips into your blood sugar. It's not designed to hit. Yes, you do hit your fat cells eventually, right? But when we're talking about just targeting straight up fat cells, walking. The lower the cardio, the more steady state cardio that you do, or lower intensity, the more fat cells you'll trigger. You know, people think you have to do an insane amount of cardio and it has to be strenuous. It's like, no, you are literally just burning calories in the form of sugar for energy, you know? So it's literally as easy as walking. Please just increase your activity and walk. Yeah. That's it. You know, there's also something called NEAT, NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So which means even like shaking your leg or just cleaning your house.
Oh, you can't see it. There's a desk in the way.
Yeah.
I'm currently doing it.
Are you?
Yeah.
So just cleaning your house. People burn more calories outside of the gym and even outside of their cardio sessions if they just stay active. You know? If you do a lot of walking at your job, like waitresses and mailmen and even like car salesmen that do a lot of walking around the dealership, they burn a lot of calories because they're doing a lot of walking, they're doing a lot of moving. Yep. You know, So non-exercise activity thermogenesis, it's a real thing. You know, as long as you stay true to your caloric deficit, because that's where people mess it up. You know, people can be active, but then they out-eat their performance. You know what I mean? They eat, even if it's 300 calories over their maintenance, it's very easy to do that. You eat one more tablespoon of peanut butter than you should. You know what I mean? And you're over your maintenance. And people start to gain weight slowly but surely. Doesn't matter how active you are. If you do not nail your caloric deficit, you know, what's that saying? Calories will determine your weight, macros will determine how you look, and then vitamins and minerals will determine how you feel.
Yep.
Right? So if you just get your calorie, if you're focused on the scale and you just want to lose fat cells, it's literally just as simple as just walk, increase your activity somehow, clean your house every day. I don't care. You know what I mean?
You have such a clean house.
It's such a clean house. You know what I mean? But
Company's ready anytime.
Yeah, yeah. You know, but you'll be in such a, you know, and you know, keep your calories where they should be. You know, at least a 500 day minimum. You know, you'll lose weight.
Yeah.
Without even stepping foot in a gym.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you want that physique, that fit look, okay, now we have to talk about macros. Now we have to talk about lifting.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Unless you're just a genetic freak, then you do whatever you want. But that's not me or him. So
no. Maybe in my 20s. No. I
was gonna roll with it. I wasn't gonna say anything.
No.
I was just gonna let you have your moment.
If I was better with my diet, because I always had that mindset of, I know what I'm doing. I could eat this and I'll just drop it. You know what I mean? Yep. Fast. I know what I need to do to just drop it. And I would do it. But there's times where I would just let myself go, bro. Like I'd pack on 30 pounds fast. And I would just shrug it off because I already know what to do. I can drop it again, you know? But if I would have just stayed really, really strict, I would have had an amazing physique, like way better than what I had back then, you know? But I was young and dumb. Yeah. Now here I am, you know, trying to do it for real.
Yeah. So one of the things, right, that we put down, insulin sensitivity and cardio, dude.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that because that goes back to like what I was saying about
the glycogen wall.
No. Being able to have more strength and hypertrophy.
Yes.
So when you're doing cardio and your insulin sensitivity goes up, you are more insulin is essentially not what makes you grow, but it's a very important factor.
It's very anabolic.
Yes, it's very, very anabolic. And with that in mind, insulin shuttles nutrients to damaged muscles. So if you're more sensitive to sugar or your insulin, right, you can take in sugars and all of those nutrients and protein and everything that you're taking in
where they need to be,
straight where it needs to.
Yep.
And that is a big reason as to why you should be doing cardio.
Yes.
Like all the time anyway.
Yeah, and fasted.
Yeah,
fasted is a big thing.
Dude, I would do it fasted, and then right before I would go out, I would take 500 milligrams of L-carnitine.
Oh, we talked about that. That's a good one. I should start taking some L-carnitine.
Yeah, so that will increase acute performance. Also, it makes you burn more fat, especially in that steady state, low stress cardio. It just makes your body more efficient at burning fat.
Yeah.
So, cardio fasted with a little bit of L-carnitine in you.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yep. The reason why we suggested fasted, obviously for the insulin sensitivity. And another thing I want to touch on too is another time you can do it is actually right when you're done eating. So right when you're done eating, sometimes I'll tell my clients when you eat, right, it spikes your insulin. And then when you go out and walk, pat your stomach too. It helps with digestion.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird. I have some funny stories about that one. I've had clients that are like, they go, they'll hit me up, be like, yeah, ever since. So what I normally notice it when we do diet changes.
I can imagine just people walking around like apes, just
Yeah. So it normally happens with diet changes, right? If I switch up, and it's mainly when I increase protein on somebody, they start to get a little bit bound up, right? And it's mainly females. So it's females, increased protein. And it's not because their body wasn't used to it. It's, I'll change from different macro setups depending on where the client is, but it's generally when I switch back to increasing higher proteins, they start to get bound up. So when they do, I normally have them do this protocol where in the morning, all right, they start with sauerkraut, 2 forkfuls of sauerkraut, bone broth. I'm sorry, let me back up. Sauerkraut, and then they do lemon and ginger green tea, 2 bottles of water, and then they'll go out for the walk and pat their stomach. I generally tell them to do it on a treadmill if they can, and be close to the bathroom. Bro, I'm telling you, it has not failed.
Dude, there is a that's funny. I used to, when I was running a lot, like when I was doing the triathlon training stuff, there would be days every now and again where I'd get like 1, 2, 3 miles in.
Ooh.
And I'd be like,
squeeze cheeks.
Oh no! You start waddling, trying to get back home.
Yep.
Then you start. It's the worst. Like right after, then you gotta just jump right back into a run. You're all sweaty. You're pulling your pants up. Like it's just gross.
That's the worst.
Dude.
You just feel like you gotta shower afterwards.
Yeah. It's just like you're just sweaty and nasty, and then because of course it's you're running outside.
Yeah.
And then you come inside and you hit like a steady state air. It's like 70 degrees.
Yep.
And you're sitting still, so you're just cooking in your own.
Yep.
Just body heat.
Yep.
And then you're just dripping, pouring onto yourself. And then you get done and you pull your pants up, back out you go. It's
hoping
just
you got a good wipe.
Disgusting. Yep.
Listen, we all have those thoughts. Like, did I wipe good, or am I gonna have to shower later?
Always shower later.
Always shower later. Always, especially after a run like that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's so I was actually telling that to my father-in-law, and he was like, what, really? I said, yeah, because he was telling me. So after I was telling him that story, he was like, funny thing is I've been kind of bound the last few days myself, and he left it at that. So when he got home, now he was at our house hanging out for a while, right? So this is hours later. So when he got home, he called me and he was already laughing. And I said, he goes, hey, I had to tell you this. He's like, so I was on my way home, and he's like, I know I wasn't walking, but I start patting my stomach. He says, and by the time I got home and I got out and I start walking into the door, he was like, it hit really hard. He's like, oh my geez. And he's like, and then a lot came out. He's like, so I figured I had to call you and tell you. So
you've reached a point in your life where people are calling you to tell you about,
yes. He's like, yo, it worked. Now mind you, he's a man that's like set in his ways, right? So
yeah.
He's like that old school, like, I've never heard of such a thing type of guy, right? So when he tried it, he hit me up. He's like, I figured I'd at least let you know. He goes, I was hitting my stomach, and he's like, well, I'll be damned, So, but yeah, so walk after you're done. It's all of that to say, walk when you're done eating, because when you walk, it helps to use up some of that insulin. When you eat, your insulin spikes. So when you walk, it helps to use up some of that insulin, which
shuttle some blood into your legs.
Yeah. It helps you use that up. Makes you more sensitive to the insulin. On the flip side of things, the opposite of insulin sensitivity is insulin resistance. Is exactly what you don't want. You don't want to go, because that's pretty much diabetes. So.
Then you have to start dosing yourself with insulin, because then your body doesn't release it when you eat sugar, and then that's a big bad thing. Right. And then you lose your feet.
Right. Yeah. Nobody wants that, because then you can't walk.
Nah.
Yo. Right.
Damn. That sucks.
So I mean, there's so many more benefits to walking than just fat loss. Fat loss is kind of like the icing on the cake. It's really is like when you're doing what you should be doing, which is walking, your body does what it should be doing, which is all these other things, not just burning fat cells, but, regulating your blood pressure, regulating your insulin. We have here increased BDNF. So BDNF.
Yeah, you're gonna have to educate me. You're gonna school me a little bit because I no idea what that is.
BDNF is brain-derived nootropic factor, which is pretty much fertilizer for your brain. So your brain produces BDNF multiple times in multiple different ways. One is high interval training, which could also be in the form of strength training when you go to that absolute failure, right? Cold exposure, right? When it releases like the dopamine, it also releases BDNF, which is, like I said, it's miracle grow for your brain. It literally, every day we get new brain cells, right? And I mean like trillions of new brain cells, right? So if you're retarded, listen, you get new brain cells tomorrow.
I don't think we're allowed to say that on YouTube. I don't think we're allowed to say that. I was about to make a joke. I was about to say I work in a diesel shop, so I'm producing them and losing them at the same
time. Well, here's the thing. So you get trillions of new brain cells every single morning when you wake up. So
you're gonna have to beep that out.
Yeah, I know.
For
so
sure.
so you get so many new brain cells every morning when you wake up. Now, the amount of brain cells is dictated by how the quality of sleep you get. Right? So really our entire life is built on the quality of sleep we get, right? So every morning we get these brain cells. They don't all live. So we get them, and if we don't use them, they literally die off. So the only way we get to keep them is if we're actively moving, we're actively learning new things. It's almost like those new brain cells, they're born and you have to give them an assignment.
Okay.
Right. That's the best way to think about it, right?
The little worker bees.
It's literally.
Go collect some pollen, homie.
Literally, right? And you give them all assignment. And even a part of it is gratitude. Gratitude is huge. That's how we get to keep a lot of our brain cells is keeping our mind in that grateful state, because when we're in that grateful state, cortisol's low and our body gets to do what it needs to do, right? So it increases BDNF when you're doing a lot of walking. High intensity intervals, cold exposure.
Yep, I used to do a lot of that too.
It's so good for you, dude. It's so good for you.
I used to do I would get done with a run.
Yep.
And as soon as I got done with that run, I would fill up the bath and basically I would go essentially until I started shivering.
Really?
Yeah, and then once I started shivering, I would keep going. It got up to a point where I was sitting in there for like an hour, and I don't know if I think we've talked about this before, but like anybody in there in the comments, let me know if you've ever experienced this or if I'm just a unique thing. But like you get I would sit there and I would be focused, and you get into like almost a flow state of trying to not shiver.
Yep.
So you're breathing, right? You're doing the. If anybody's ever heard of Wim Hof, like his breathing technique, the big,
yep, and then you hold for 15, release it all for 15.
Yeah, so I actually got up to like a 3-minute breath hold with.
Did you?
Doing that? Yeah.
No oxygen.
0.
Wow.
No breathing. Yeah.
I think I only got up to like 2.
Yeah. So yeah, I would breathe like that, but also I'd be staring at the faucet, and I would just stare right at that faucet. And
you find that focal point.
What would happen is everything would just go from like out here, I'd be able to see the rest of the shower. It would just start getting black until I'm looking through a tube. And then like I would move my eyes a little bit and it would just go poof right back and then sink right back in.
Yep. Isn't it amazing?
It's a really cool feeling.
Isn't it amazing what the body does?
Yeah.
And how adaptive it can be. There's have you ever, what was the name of that one show that Chris Hemsworth did? Was it Limited or Limitless? Limitless. That was really cool to watch. Like the cold exposure thing, the one chick who had really, really bad nerve pain or something like that. She was just out, where was she, like in Alaska or something? Just out there just swimming in the ice water.
Yeah.
Just because it helped her nerve pain. And ever since then, her nerve pain was no more.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? So it's just amazing what the body can do, one, when you push it and test it, you know, and how adaptive it is.
Yep.
You know, because the cool thing is the key word that you said is you got up to a 3-minute breath hold. What was it when you first started?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like your body was adapting so much.
Yeah, probably like 1:45, 2 minutes.
Really?
When I first started, yeah.
I think when I first tried the Wim Hof, my body was in like a massive fight or flight. I was around so the job I worked at, we always tested units at 100,000 volts.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount of EMFs that were coming off of that, my nervous system was just like radiating, right? So I feel like my body was so stressed out, and the reason why I did the Wim Hof is because I wanted to try to calm it. Mm-hmm. And when I first started, dude, trying to do even 30-40 seconds with no breath, it felt like I was dying.
Yep.
You know, so getting up to like 2 minutes was amazing for me. And the tingling that you felt afterwards, did you ever get that? Yeah. That was like the big thing, you know, just like the full body tingles. Yeah, just it was different.
I think what was it? I think even recently, me and a buddy of mine, we were just at work. We were just messing around one day because we were bored, and we're like, all right, let's see how long who can hold their breath longer. So we went for it, and even today, I think not training it and like not doing any like special breathing techniques or anything like that. Even today, it's like I think I got like 150, maybe 145,
really?
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did that today?
Not
or just recently.
Like, recently,
oh,
like
okay.
I don't know, a month ago, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that too also increases BDNF.
Yeah.
So
really?
Yeah.
Breath
breathing.
Oh, breathing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Breath work, breathing. Yeah, it increases BDNF. Yeah. You know, so.
Since I did the intro, you want to do the outro?
Yeah, sure. We're done. See ya.
Subscribe.
No, guys, for real, thank you for watching. We hope that you found some type of value in this video, in our shenanigans. I hope you love tuning in. We just try to be as genuine as possible. You know, it's not easy sitting here talking to the cameras sometimes. It feels a little weird, like you guys are just watching us. That was kind of corny, right?
That was a little.
But hey, you know, it's just us being us. So I'm glad that you guys get to listen in on conversations. I hope you guys found something useful out of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
Yes.
And see ya.